everyone! Xantok here with Slickstar Gaming, and welcome back to more Persona 4 Golden. Well, Curb, last time we found out that Namatame didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, he really didn't?
He did push in Yukiko, Kanji, Rise, and Naoto.
And Nanako, for sure.
And
But we already
Nanako,
knew that one for
right.
sure.
But it seems we don't know about Kubo yet. We don't really know what happened with Kubo. But we know that he at least pushed in all of our friends, thinking that he was saving them from being killed, which is kind of interesting actually. It's like he didn't know that world was dangerous, and as far as he knew, it's like, oh, I pushed them in, they didn't die. I'm fucking awesome. I'm a hero. That's what he thought, and I kind of understand that. But are you ready to find out who actually killed Mayumi Yamano and Saki Konishi?
I hope so.
Well, we're going to today. The mystery
Okay.
will finally be revealed either by you or by me if you fuck up hard enough.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
I hope you're underestimating me and not overestimating me.
I'm just estimating here.
Oh, you're not overwhelmed or underwhelmed. You're just whelmed.
I'm just excited to see your reasonings, because it's gonna be cool. For now, though,
I know. I've made some stretches, so
a little bit. For now, we're just gonna go to bed.
sweet. Oh my god, all the fog.
All the fog.
Fog 4Ds.
Today is the day the school was founded. So you have the day off from school. You need to investigate the town. You wonder if you'll be able to gather the information you need to catch the killer.
Ooh, interesting.
So, here's how this is going to go. We're going to talk to people in the shopping district, Junes, and the floodplain. You only have to talk to certain people, but we're just going to go through and talk to everybody because fuck it.
And because you're just going to confuse me more.
Well, it won't. Sure. We're going to start in the North Shopping District.
Okay.
Just because. There's no real reason.
Fair enough. Hi, Rise.
Hi, Rise.
Whoa! I belched it. Hey, listen to this. Risette came and spoke to me. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. I asked her for her autograph and what type of guy she's into. Anyway, what do you think? I'm sure you can see how busy I am.
So, about those murders.
Didn't they capture the suspect and put a lid on that case? Are you done asking questions? Good. Now, go away. I'm very busy talking to Risette right now.
Weirdo.
I've been asking around about Teddy too, but I'm surprised how many people actually remember him. They're all like, oh yeah, that guy in the bear suit from Junes. But nobody has seen him, yesterday or today. He's loved by so many different people. Where the heck could he have gone?
Good question.
Hi, GA.
Even if someone's been killed, everyone just forgets it so easily.
But rumors they heard from friends and TV get remembered for a long time. Why is that?
It's been a while since the first two incidents. Do you think we'll still find anyone who still remembers them?
I don't know. Let's find out. This fog sure is dark and creepy, isn't it? Oh, you have a question for me? About those murders. Oh, a little while ago, they said that a suspect had been caught. It was in the newspaper. It was that Namatame-san, right? I remember seeing him around from time to time. Oh, how horrible. It really does frighten me. I don't recall seeing any other strange people, so I'm sure he's the culprit. Is it true that there were no other suspicious individuals? Perhaps you should ask someone else about this.
Yeah.
So now, we get a second question. Recall anyone suspicious. So you have to talk to two people, at least two of the important people, I guess, to unlock this question. So we'll have to go back and ask the businessman this question as well, because you need to ask, as far as like the certain people, but we're talking to everybody here. Both these questions need to be asked to them, or you can't move on. So, recall anyone suspicious. Have I seen any other weird people aside from Namatame-san?
Yosuke, what?
Nope, I don't think so. Except for that guy in the bear costume. He's kind of weird.
See, that's what sucks, is like, I'm hoping it's not like something lining up with suddenly Teddy disappearing or something. That would be really bad. Stop it. The fog isn't clearing, even though this year is almost over. It's deplorable. It'll be so cold on New Year's that I'll never be happy. Well, what do you want?
About those murders.
I can't remember something from that long ago. What would it even last say?
Well, do you recall anyone suspicious?
There isn't anyone like that in this town. I even know you. You're that kid who's staying at Dojima-kun's house. You remember that?
That's... Wow, okay.
Weirdo.
Hi. Since all I hear from everyone is poison, I've kind of freaked out too. I wonder where I can buy a gas mask. I need to get one. Everyone else already has one.
You should check Tanaka's, because he's selling them. If he hasn't sold out again.
Oh, he's in a cat.
It's me. Do you recognize me? Why am I outside? When I'm at home, I just see more news about the murders. I thought I'd stay out here and watch the sunset. Of course, I'm going to watch TV when I go home anyway.
Oh, that'll be so helpful.
Even then, I can't see the sunset because of all this fog. I hate it. So depressing. Oh, you have a question?
I hope so.
About the murders. Oh, come on. Don't make me even more depressed. They said on the news that the suspect had been caught. So the whole thing is over now, right? What else is there? Well, do you see anybody suspicious? It's a small town. If there was anyone suspicious, there'd be rumors going around all over. But at least I haven't heard any news or rumors like that. So I'd say there's no such person. Alright, well.
Interesting.
What about this guy?
You gotta be careful when taking your motorcycle out on a foggy day.
That's the voice I was hoping for.
Yeah, I wish you ever honked at me when I slowed down more than usual. Understood that. He yelled at me for going too slow. What's so wrong with following the speed limit? Wait, or was I at fault there?
Nah, you're good, guy. Alright, so we just gotta go back to that businessman and ask him that second question, and we can move on to the next area.
Okay, I have some thoughts going already, but I'm gonna keep them until we figure it out later.
Huh? No, I don't think I've seen any suspicious people. Except for you, who's interrupting my conversation with Reset.
That's rude, but alright.
Screw you too.
Hey, Kanji. I tried talking to this old guy earlier, but he didn't even see me. What with the fog and all. Guy just ignored me and walked off. I know it wasn't personal, but it kinda hurt. Damn fog. Hurry up and go away.
So,
What?
do you mind just pulling him up again real quick?
Alright.
I want that jacket. That's all.
Okay.
Hi,
Yukiko! Information on what happened before we entered the TV world? You know, about that first murder, I wonder why it happened. Let's ask around and gather as much information as we can. I'll see you later. That's what we're... Okay. You know what, since I'm here. Hey, mailbox, let's get a rare combo. Sure. Why
Sweet.
not?
Can we go in and talk to Daidara? Or is that one not gonna be a thing?
I mean, actually, you know what? I do kind of wonder if he would have anything to say.
I wonder.
A strange fog. It's put out the pilot light up from my forge. That's unforgivable. This fire is what allowed me to stave off the cold and the elements from invading my hot studio. If I have to close my shop down in the middle of winter like this, how am I supposed to make a living?
Okay, nothing.
Alright,
Worth
but
a
now I
shot.
kind of want to know what Shiroku says.
I always want to know what Shiroku says.
Welcome. I've been feeling poorly recently. You need to be careful too. The fog. There's something about it that just gives me a bad feeling.
Sir.
Oh my god. Also, can I say how impressed it is that she's hiding an entire fish tank behind there? Like, you wouldn't think the space is there, but she is.
You're right. Oh, this fog has got to be some kind of biological weapon. It's a conspiracy. You know who I heard it was? Juness. Yeah, that's right. Juness. The country of Juness is staging an all-out attack on Inaba. Wait, what? The country? Okay. We know. Man, this fog. It makes me feel like we're still inside the TV. I wonder if we can really find any new clues about the killer. No use whining about it now. Let's just step up our search and get that info.
Why aren't they have the glasses. I wonder why they're not wearing them. We tested it already. You'd think they'd be wearing them out here now that we know it's a thing.
Probably because this is a small town with nosy people and be like, why are you wearing glasses? You don't wear glasses.
Why are you wearing a gas mask? Yeah.
Well,
Pivot.
What is it?
Oh my
about
God.
those murders.
What are you talking about?
You explained about the incident involving Saki and Yamano, the female announcer.
Did all that happen just last spring? Wow, it seems so long ago. Who's gonna remember something from that far back anyway?
Fair.
What
How about
is
anybody
it?
suspicious?
Strange person? You. Nah, I don't think I've seen any. I mean, this is a pretty small town, wouldn't you say? If I had, I'm pretty sure I'd remember.
Alright.
Hi there.
Can I help you? That incident last spring. I still wonder what happened. It was a pretty big deal, wasn't it? I'd almost completely forgotten about that. Wow. I must be getting old, huh? Alright, but what about anybody suspicious? A suspicious person? No, I can't think of anyone. Not from this town, anyway. Not from this
Interesting.
town. Curious.
I think
let's
so
go to the
too.
next area now. Now we're gonna head to Juness.
Okay.
Wow, there's so many people here. Oh my god.
First, we should retrace our steps. That would be the simplest way. Saki Konishi and Mayumi Yamano. There should be a commonality between the two. Surely there were some witnesses. Any scrap of data could be useful, no matter how small.
Alright.
Can I help you?
About those murders.
The incident last spring? I don't remember anything from that long ago. I'm going to be studying for college entrance exams next year, so I've got no room for useless information like that.
Well, did you see anybody suspicious?
A suspicious person? Now you mention it, my friend was saying she saw someone. I think she's just wandering around the shopping district, so why don't you ask her?
I think that's referring to,
The one that Yosuke's talking to?
yeah, the one that was mentioning Namatame, I think. I'm not entirely
Oh.
sure. Because, like, you
It's
might
her-
think
well-
from this that you're supposed to go talk to that person again, but you don't have to.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I know it's saying Namatame because of the housewife and stuff. She was saying it's her friend, though. Which would make me think it's the other schoolgirl, not the middle-aged housewife.
Possibly. Probably.
Interesting.
I don't know. I just know that, like, that kind of tricks me to thinking, oh, I need to go back there and talk to her. No, you don't.
Okay, fair enough.
This lady, though.
Mm-hmm.
I did the last two, you take this one.
Fine.
Thank you.
I hate how it's foggy every day now. This is the season for winter vegetables, too. What will I do if the fog really is poison? All my vegetables will go rotten. This is all because not enough people eat their veggies. If only my son would clean his plate, he'd...
Nothing, okay.
Alright. Yeah, nothing from her. At this
For
point,
some reason,
What?
I thought the elevators would take us to, like, the food court area, but that's, like, just for cutscenes, it seems.
Yeah. No, that food court
Okay.
area is just for heading to the TV world. That's it.
Fair enough. We're gonna save.
Yeah, we're going to save here because once we talk to the last important person at the riverbank,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll immediately transition to the next scene. So
Okay. Oh, they have a quest for us.
I wasn't sure if did I accept that quest? I was like, okay, no, I did. It's just the fog
Okay.
is being weird. My
Oh my.
daughter was in an accident. On top of that, it was a hit and run. Nobody could tell what kind of car it was because of all the fog.
Oh gosh.
Oh, this is horrible. Oh, thankfully, she wasn't hurt too bad. But she was right, wasn't she? That fog is dangerous. I need to start letting everyone know. Brr.
Nothing.
Nothing.
The fog isn't clearing up, is it? Is that just a little strange? My wife is all business as usual, but I'm a little worried. By the way, do you need anything?
So about those murders.
I'm sorry. All I remember is that something happened. I know it was pretty shocking, but what can I say? A lot of time's passed.
Well, did you see anybody suspicious?
We have a lot of people come to our store, but I can't say anyone was particularly suspicious. Huh.
Oh yay. Do you need something? Huh?
About the murders.
About those murders. Now that you mention it, the town was all abuzz last spring. You remember that, don't you? It doesn't look like you'll find... Oh, that was it. Oh.
No, it doesn't look like you'll find any more information on the incident last spring. So,
That's the... Even... What?
now we just need to ask him the second question.
Okay. Fair enough. Have I seen a strange person? I don't know. Out in the country, if there was anybody strange walking around, everyone would know about it right quick.
So we don't need to ask the top question to anybody anymore, but we still need to ask somebody about the bottom one. So maybe it
I
is
get
that
it.
girl in the shopping district. I don't know. Yeah, it must be because there's nobody else here. So maybe I lied earlier.
Which one was it? Which one would it be then?
It probably was the schoolgirl. You're probably right about that.
Interesting.
It's just my notes just said, "Oh, talk to everybody and ask them both questions." That's all. It's like, okay,
Okay.
because that's all the freaking thing told me. So now we'll save again, and then we'll go talk to her.
Maybe she'll be like, hey, my friend said something.
Or it's like,
Your
oh
friend-
right, I just remembered something.
Maybe that's worth it.
What is it?
Recall anyone suspicious?
Huh? Someone told you that I saw a suspicious person?
There it is.
Yay!
Oh, that! You remember Saki Konishi, don't you? You know, she passed away a while ago. She told me how that Namatame person came to her one day and started spouting all this craziness. Something about the TV. I wonder what that was all about. His relation to Saki? I don't know what you're implying, but you've got it all wrong. Saki was a good girl. It's just that people misunderstood her.
She must be referring to the time when Namatame tried to warn Saki. It seems the thing about Namatame making advances on Saki was a misunderstanding. It doesn't look like you'll find any more information on a suspicious person.
That's it.
You have gathered as much information as you could. You should report back to the group. You met up with your friends at Aya after finishing gathering information.
I'm seriously pooped. This stuff's a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit.
Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all.
That's not a surprise.
Bummer.
The killer must be pretty good to have pulled this off without being seen by anyone in this small town.
What should we do?
Well, one steak bowl, please.
There's
That's
your
not what I
priorities.
meant. But then again, I guess we might as well take a break. I'll have a crab and egg fried rice.
I'll have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
You all finished eating the dishes that you ordered.
Oh, now that our tummies are full, let's share what we learned, even if it wasn't much.
You spoke with everyone about the information you gathered today.
So, to sum up, there really was no new information. The end?
The end.
Oh my god, can I just say...
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first 2 incidents.
You were saying?
I was rewatching, because just about this time, Game Grumps has been going through their stuff, and I can't hear Chie without hearing Junko now. Still, even more so after that.
Oh god.
It's so there.
To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed, now that over half a year has passed. There wasn't a single report of suspicious persons being witnessed to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't, but otherwise the conditions are the same.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel. I asked around about Teddy too, but no one's seen him. Gee, I wonder where he could have gone.
Do you have anything, Naoto? Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do. But there must be someone in town who meets all the criteria for this case. The killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent. Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion. I need some fresh air before I give it more thought. I'll be outside.
Just sitting here won't help you think any better. You decide to go outside to get some fresh air.
It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
Kinda eerie with fog this heavy.
Ugh, it's freezing out here. Maybe this'll help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing.
He thinks he has deductive muscles.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, is it snowing? Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it.
There must be something that's been overlooked. It's urgent that you get over the roadblock facing you. The clues you need must already be in your hands.
What's the matter?
You should go over everything you know one more time. The culprit had some sort of connection between both Mayumi Yamano and Saki Kunishi. And judging by the warning letters, the culprit most likely knows about the other side and what you did there. It's highly likely that they also knew what Namatami was doing and stood back to watch. Who would know all these things? Another oddity about the case is that there were almost no witnesses. Both warning letters seem to have been delivered directly to your house, but no one saw anyone suspicious. No one unusual was seen around Mayumi Yamano or Saki Kunishi either. Despite the police dispatching an unusually high number of officers to perform a thorough investigation, there must be someone in this small town who fits all the facts. The person who seems to be the most likely culprit is...
What?
So,
God.
They're going to go through a whole list of characters here, and what I want you to do, Curb, because the time has come, I want you, as I go through each name, I want you to give me your thoughts on them, even if it's something just really minor as like, nah, it can't be them, it's impossible. I want you to tell me either why it could be or could not be them, and then whoever you think is potentially suspicious, go ahead and write them down, because we'll be cycling back through this list.
Okay.
After we go through the whole list once, I'll ask you for a summary of your thoughts, and then you'll get to start picking your suspects out.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yosuke Hanamura.
So you want me to give the thoughts for each one now?
Yes. Individually. Yosuke.
Yosuke, I don't see any reason it's him. It'd be wild if he suddenly was such an actor that he has a front up about Saki this whole time. But, like, I never heard him talk about, Yamano at all, so that's why I really don't think it's him. I don't think it's him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Chie Saranaka.
I definitely don't think it's her. She's so passionate about always trying to do the right thing, and I don't think she'd have anything against those two. I don't think it's Chie.
Yukiko Amagi.
No way it's Yukiko. Because like she's, yeah, like I don't think anyone that Namatame threw in would be that. I find it weird because they'd be people that would probably be able to survive it if they knew about it or something. So that makes me think I don't want to get anyone that's in our party, but then obviously now I'm saying that I'm not sure. I really don't think it's Yukiko though.
Okay.
Teddy. Okay. Teddy's a weird one. Such a weird one because he's definitely complaining about not knowing much about his world and stuff, and people are just getting thrown in and he doesn't have a real idea about it. The thing is, like, these people need to have knowledge of the TV world, and that's something Teddy has. So I'm keeping Teddy on the list. Just because, because he's also someone that knows where we live, and we wouldn't think someone that knows our place would be as suspicious about it. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards Teddy as a possibility.
Okay.
Because, like, obviously we're like, oh, he's with us, it's fine. Someone who's with us. If they're with us at the time of a murder, then it's like, oh, it's their alibi or something. So Teddy's a possibility.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Kanji Tatsumi.
I really don't think it's Kanji. We've been seeing his arc about stuff. He's never had any sort of connection to these two either, so I wouldn't believe it at all.
Rise Kutikawa.
This might be a weird one. Because they're saying not anybody from this... Because one of the lines that caught me off guard from what one of the people said was like, I haven't seen anyone suspicious, not from this town at all. Makes me think someone who came in, and that for me that means two things. Either A, it's someone who's really good at just being not suspicious, like, oh, everyone would just like, oh, we trust them. It could be them in any sort of sense. Or it's someone that isn't necessarily from the town, but that doesn't explain it because Rise didn't come in till I want to say like after Kanji's thing. So that's why I think Rise might be clear, because it's not like she was here in town beforehand to get like to throw other people in. She didn't come till after, so she wouldn't have been implicated here. If we're talking about possibly targeting someone that is in our party, is like, oh, it's been them all along.
Okay.
So I don't think it's her.
Naoto Shirogane.
Naoto fits that bill kind of someone who joined later. I mean, the thing is, we know that she was here earlier too, because even before working through stuff, she was trying to get info out of Kanji. So that's definitely a thing. And we're thinking about, there's something about what they could be overlooking. Now, I'm going to bring up a really weird parallel to this. And
Okay.
honestly, this movie series is out already, so I don't care spoiling about it. But the Saw series, there was a point that they revealed a brand new killer, I believe in Saw 4, and that's a big deal. Someone from the inside that can tamper with evidence already that everyone has or mislead with information. I think it's very much like, this is everything the police have, but if there's someone on the inside working with stuff and messing with stuff, that could be a possibility. So that's why Naoto is a possibility still.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ryotaro Dojima.
I'm gonna have to say this, but Dojima is a possibility too. For a lot of the stuff that for a lot of the same reasons for Naoto, except for the fact that instead of the angle for Naoto, where, oh, they just joined recently, and like, oh, it's not someone not from this town, that could be considered Naoto. Dojima is someone that people wouldn't think is suspicious because he's already part of the police, and he's got enough of a... He has enough of a repertoire, and he was specifically name-dropped during our investigation because they know, oh, you're at Dojima's house. So, on the account of someone that I don't think anyone would think was suspicious, and possibly having the ability, also someone that could reach the police stuff, Dojima stays on the list.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nanako Dojima.
Fuck no. Nice try. I'm sorry. Are you telling me that a 6-year-old could throw either of them into the TV?
So, since you're so heavily adamant that it's not her, I will go ahead and say that a fairly common joke that the fan community likes to do is tell newcomers that Nanako's the killer. And they are edited images of her having an evil face and...
I swear to... Wow.
That's all I'm going to give you, though. That's all I'm giving you.
Yes.
Toru Adachi.
I think he's more suspicious than Dojima for all the same reasons. And I know that he kept checking in on us after things. Like, hey, you guys might not know about this or something or whatever. Like, it seems he's kind of curving us. Like, it's very much like trying to seem like he's very much more on our side. I think Adachi's definitely a contender.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Taro Namatame.
I think he's still on the list because he's definitely very connected to things. And it is just his word. I feel like we're thinking it is for that. And that shadow still being in there is very suspicious. He's still a suspicious person and, like, he's from here. But I guess that's weird because everyone would think he's kind of suspicious, which contradicts everything. So, like, he's still on there. I still think he kind of is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mayumi Yamano.
Wow. I don't think it's Yamano, because if she had... Like, I'm trying to figure that out. Like, how could she have killed, Saki, if that was the case? Like, she was already dead. How could a dead person throw Saki into the TV? So I don't think it's Yamano, based on that.
Saki Kunishi.
That's an interesting one. That'd be a convenient thing. If she killed Yamano and then managed to get herself in there. The thing is, though, and this might be a stretch a bit. She is, like, this game is setting it up that we're still chasing somebody. I don't think it's gonna set something like, oh, it was her and she. I think there's gonna be a stronger climax in that. So that's my storytelling senses. I don't really think it's Saki based on that.
Okay. Kinshiro Morooka.
That would be an interesting one. Because that fits better, because it's like he died afterwards. I feel like he would have had things to say. I can't remember his conversations that he would have before that stuff. Here's the thing, though. These people are still appearing on the channel before getting thrown in. Which makes me think the killer's still thinking of targeting them. So, Morooka died... Was it before or after Rise got thrown in?
It was after.
After. So someone was still targeting Naoto, like, to show up on the TV in some capacity, and the same for Nanako. And Morooka was definitely not alive for that portion. That's what I'm thinking, because if we assume that what Namatame said is true, then what he is doing with it, then, like, what he's seeing from them, he's seeing them on there without his intervention at all, and that doesn't explain Naoto and Nanako showing up on there if he was still part of it. So I don't think it's Morooka. Okay.
Mitsuo Kubo.
See, here's the thing. I know we're thinking that he only killed Morooka and it was like a copycat crime thing, but, like, he seemed to know enough about Mayumi and Saki for it. Like, when they were going through it, there was something that stuck out to me where he knew that Saki was the one that discovered it. I don't know if that ever got revealed to more people. So Mitsuo's still on the table for me, too.
Okay.
I don't like this. I have 6 people on the table, and I know we haven't gone through the full list yet, so I'm like, ah!
Let's see who else there is.
Stop it.
Misuzu Hiragi.
That's the...
That is the Enka singer, Namatame's wife.
See, that's the problem, because after Saki, there's no, like, connection to her after that. I don't see it. I don't see it with her. And she hasn't even been here this whole time. Because the thing is, whoever would have had to be it would have had to have been in town to throw them in the TV. So unless, because the problem is, if there's someone that knows not only how to get in TV and run around in it, and that they know where things would pop out, that involves a lot of knowledge, something that Teddy would have. But I mean, because that's the thing. The only way it would be Hiragi is if she was able to figure out how to navigate it and jump wherever she was. Because obviously it's like, oh, she has an alibi on the other side of the ocean or whatever. But then she'd have to be able to know how everything works if she went through a TV and came out one here. I think that's too much of a stretch. So I'm saying Hiragi's a no.
Okay.
Because the problem is, with that logic, then that means it literally could be anyone.
You're right.
It could be anyone. Because then that makes sense that they're not seeing anyone suspicious. They don't see someone suspicious if they're hiding in the TV. God, I think I'm overthinking that. That's overthinking. I don't want to think that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Noriko Kashiwagi.
That seems like a fun one that it could still be. Like, it's very interesting because, like, most of the people targeted are women, but I don't know how she would have known about Naoto, and Kanji's still a weird outlier. And why would she target Naoto? I mean, it definitely seems suspicious that she came back after Muraoka, but I'm leaving her on the list, but I don't know.
Hanako Otani.
This is an interesting one, because I'm trying to figure out why Hanako has her own sprite, like her own artwork, kind of like Kashiwagi does too, but like as the teacher they did, as the homeroom teacher. Like, I kept thinking, like, Hanako's gonna be something. Honestly, this whole time I thought it was because Hanako was going to, like, have her own free time event, and that's why she had her own artwork. Kind of like how suddenly I had her own, and it's like, oh, that when I saw Hanako, like, oh, that's the thing. So that makes me wonder. The killer would be someone that would have their own artwork like that, but I don't know. Hanako wouldn't seem as suspicious. She has a connection to most of the other people. Okay, I'm leaving Hanako on the list. I don't feel like I should, but she's still on the list.
All right.
I'm gonna mess this up. I already know.
Ai Ebihara.
What? This needs to stop. Oh my god, even the... Okay. Oh my god. I don't want to do this, but I want to get meta.
Okay, get meta. Go for it.
All three of these people that were on here?
Yep.
It can be none of them, I'm pretty sure.
So you're going to immediately say no to Ai Ebihara, Ko Ichijo, and Daisuke Nagase.
Yes, and here's my reason why.
Okay.
This is a 99% run. We have to finish all of their... We have to finish their Persona times. And I don't know if we're going to be having free time with people that would be the killer. And I know that I and the sports players ones aren't finished yet. So I find it very hard to believe that we can 99% yet identify one of them as the killer and possibly go after them. So that's why I don't think it's any of those three.
Okay.
That's my thought process.
Naoki Konishi.
I don't think he'd kill his own sister. And why? He doesn't have any... He doesn't care about anything. And he doesn't have any sort of thing with... with the announcer. And I genuinely think that he misses his sister, so I don't think it'd be him.
Okay. Yumi Ozawa.
We are not done with Yumi's, and I'm going to use this against you. You at one point said that she might be a romance option when we first met her. We haven't even gotten to that part yet. So I don't think it's Yumi.
You don't think we could romance a killer?
If we are, that's pretty damn daring.
Hey, I mean, good way to not be killed, right? Make him love you.
True.
Well then. Ayane...
Also...
Oh, yes?
But yeah, well, it goes into Ayane, but here's the deal. We may have gone an entire story without Yumi, and would have gone through Ayane, possibly, because she's the one for band, right?
Ayane is for band, yes.
Yeah. I don't... Like, it needs to be someone that we can be consistent with, because no matter what... Oh, then it's definitely not Ko and Daisuke, because there's the possibility we never even join a sports club. How are we suddenly going to call someone a killer that we don't even know yet? So, like, those names might not have even popped up on here. And same for Yumi and Ayane, because I'm assuming that you never have to join a club, and you could, but it does. The story doesn't make you. The only one the story makes you do is Naoki.
The story makes you meet Naoki, but not his social link.
That's a good point.
You are right that you do not have to start any of the clubs, so you completely miss out on Ko, Daisuke, Yumi, and Ayane Matsunaga.
Right, I don't think they'd make the killer someone we could completely miss out on. See, this is me going from game mechanics and meta for some of these, and I feel weird about it.
No, that's totally legit and fair.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely up for grabs. You have any knowledge that you can think of to try and puzzle this out.
Okay.
But who's next?
God, there's still gonna be more. I can't believe there's more.
These are the last three. These are the last three. Nakajima.
I definitely don't think it's Shu. Same reason for Nanako, but not as emphatic as Nanako. But like, he's just been doing his own little thing. We didn't even reach him earlier. I feel like that would be so unsatisfying if it was Shu. It's just a kid. I don't expect a kid to do that. Like, be able to do that either. So I'm ruling out Shu.
Hisano Kuroda.
Wow. She left town already. God. It could be Hisano. Here's my reasoning. She transferred here recently, I think, from her social link, and she just recently left. She just so happened to leave. I think we finished her social link after Nanako was already in the hospital. Like, something's place. I think Hisano's a possibility. A weaker one, but I'm going to keep her on the list based on that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Final one.
Wait.
Yes?
I cancel. I just realized it. I cancel both Hisano and Eri. Reason being, we never would have met them if we never took the jobs. So why would they make a killer someone that you have to meet at some point? That doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
So I'm ruling them. And then the same for Shu.
Okay. So no for Shu, Hisano, or Eri Minami, you say?
Yes.
Something I do want to point out here is that Sayako is like the one social link that's not in the list of suspects.
Wait!
What?
Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Okay.
Okay, because I've completely mixed up Hisano with Sayoko. When I was talking about Hisano, I was talking about Sayoko.
No, Hisano is Death Lady. She's the old lady.
Yeah, but I don't believe it'd be Hisano either, because I think we missed the opportunity of meeting her at all because we first saw her on the janitor job too. If we never take the janitor job, do we even see her?
No.
I had a feeling, so that's my thought process. So Hisano's still eliminated based on that.
And if Sayako was a suspect, you would eliminate her for the same reasoning.
Yes, it has to be someone that's still part of the story that we would have encountered at some point.
All right. In that case, we've gone through the whole list.
Oh my god.
Curb, at this point, free talk here. Puzzle it out as much as you want. Whenever you're ready to go for your first guess, I want you to tell me my official guess is, and then their name.
Okay.
I will not click on anything until you tell me that.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I have right now I have 8 names that were like left on there.
Mm-hmm.
We have Teddy, we have Naoto, we have Dojima, we have Adachi, we have Namatame, we have Mitsuo, we have Kashiwagi, we have Hanako. So, thinking over it more, Mitsuo's ruled out. Someone got thrown in the TV while he was in custody. And that person was Naoto, right?
Mm-hmm. So,
how could he do that while he was in jail? So, Mitsuo, I'm crossing off because of that. I'm crossing off Naoto, and I remember why. So, here's the deal. Because we're in a relationship with her. And I feel like she's someone that we could still have as our Valentine. So, I think she's still going to make it a couple months. So, I don't think she's the killer. Unless it takes us to Valentine's Day to get this person. Okay. Oh, this is tough. They keep calling Namatame is like the only person that really got dropped as suspicious from other people. Some of these other people were never even name dropped. Okay, I think I'm gonna cross off Kashiwagi and Hanako. I mean, I'm not sure how it could be them. They never really fit into things. So that leaves me with Teddy, Dojima, Adachi, and Namatame. God, this is weird. See, that's what sucks too, because you said that, like, I know that there's someone else that we knew that was really off base with their first one, and I'm like feeling like I'm going to be so off base, I'm going to hate this.
I will tell you that person, you already eliminated the first person that they guessed.
You'll have to tell me later who it is.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
After we get to the sequence, I'll reveal that.
Okay. See, here's the thing. I'm the kind of person that would want to give people chances and would want to believe in Namatame, but I'm not sure I can. Teddy... That would suck if it was some sort of twist that Teddy's doing it and he doesn't realize it. But... he's missing. I mean, that's the thing, though, because Teddy, Dojima, and Namatame were, like, the only 3 names really dropped in this whole thing. And during this whole investigation period. And I'm still suspicious of Adachi. I called it... I'm not saying I called it. That's not what I meant. But, like, I brought attention to it. Because he seems to always be dropping things and hinting at things. But it's someone who knew it was me, and it's someone who knew where our house was. And all 4 of the people that are left, Teddy, Dojima, Adachi, and Namatame, all knew that. Namatame knew it because he dropped off packages, and that's where he grabbed Nanako from. Dojima, obviously. That would be such a front, though, if he noticed it and saw the letters. Like, what are you doing? Adachi. Oh, my God. Adachi would be a weird one, too. And then Teddy. Oh, my God. I'm about to make a call. I think I'm going to say who it is, and then I'll tell you why, okay?
Okay.
The person I'm going to guess is Adachi. Because I'm trying to think of stuff for it. If it's someone in the crew, if it's someone that's part of the police stuff that could meddle with things, he would seem so unsuspecting. He seems like someone that would be enough of a left curve for the story. There was something you told me as well that I thought was very interesting, and I saved it in my head. That he doesn't have a social link in regular Persona 4. They made one for him specifically in Golden. That's why he is also Fool.
Well,
just like,
he's not Fool, he's Jester.
Dang it. Okay, well, give me a second. I just said it was going to be him, but now I'm doubting it. But you did mention that. You mentioned that he might not be... Like, he didn't have one in the original Persona. And I thought that was interesting, so I noted that down when I remembered it.
And you can completely skip his link, too.
God!
I mean, for the most part, almost every character, you can just completely skip their social link if you want to. And you don't... And even the ones that are forced on you, unless it's a story-based character, like Teddy, where it happens automatically throughout. Once you get the first rank, you don't ever have to advance if you don't want to.
That's true. The thing is, Adachi's still very present in the story, even without the social link. So that makes me think that that's a possibility. And then Teddy's Teddy's tied in there as well. Oh my God. Dude. I hate this. I
love this.
Stop it!
This is amazing. I don't gotta do shit.
Because all the jobs we can definitely skip. If we never join sports club, we never meet we never meet Ko, we never meet this. Because I'm kind of just doubting myself for stuff. Naoki we do kind of meet barely, but it doesn't start anything. I feel like it would be someone more consistent. I don't think it's someone that's already died. Yeah, it can't be someone that already died because people were still being seen on the TV.
If they died.
What the... frick is that supposed to mean? Don't be mixing that stuff in there. Oh my god. Someone's been alive this whole time. Mm. Okay. I'm gonna stick with my gut. I'm going with Adachi.
Just to confirm, Adachi is your Adachi is your official guess for who the true culprit is.
Adachi is my official guess.
All right.
Yes. And now we're gonna see me get the bad ending. Because I feel like you would have said, well, I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna be like, hey, that was the wrong one, we have to go the wrong one anyway. If I picked the right person, you would have... Because we have to say it 3 times, though. But I'm sticking with Adachi. I'm gonna have to at this point, because I already said it. I'm trying to outgame it. I'm trying to outgame the process, but no, I'm sticking with it. Adachi. You're not answering me. You're not progressing either. That's not helping.
Congratulations.
What?
It's Adachi.
No!
Yes.
I got it?
You got it. Now, the reason why I haven't clicked on him is because, like we did in the last episode, we are going to show the bad endings here, and there is one bad ending for getting it wrong 3 times, and our character here will have some kind of commentary about that character, and why, no, I can't get them, I'm stupid. So I didn't want to click yes on Adachi right away. So I, let it hang in there a little bit, make you suffer just a bit. But yes, it is Toru Adachi.
I figured you might have gone through it because you said you had to answer it 3 times, right? I figured maybe you'd do it a couple times to keep me sweating. But holy shit, I got it right.
You did. I was really hoping you wouldn't, just so I could be like, oh no, here's what happens if you get it wrong. But that's fine.
Okay. Can we pick my second guess then?
Sure, absolutely. We'll see what they say for that.
Okay. Let's just go with Teddy.
Teddy.
Because it's got to be someone that... I was thinking, it's got to be someone that knew about the TV world. I can't believe I got it right. Holy shit.
All right, so if you choose Teddy, this is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You can't entirely rule it out, but the odds are very low when you consider all the information.
Mm-hmm.
More than anything else, he is your friend who helped you reach this far in the mystery. You feel no reason to consider him a suspect.
Okay.
You should rethink this. And then it puts you back to the list.
You have to pick it 3 times from it. Okay.
Right. So just give me 2 of the characters that you wanted to see, what they say about, no, I can't be them. And we'll see the first, or technically bad ending number 3.
Okay, the others would be Dojima and Namatame. They were the only 3 people I didn't have crossed off.
If Dojima is the killer, he must have been careful to hide his ability to enter the TV world. Based on that assumption, it seems possible that it could be him. After all, as your uncle and owner of the house where you stayed, he could easily have observed your actions. Obviously, he had easy access to his own house, and he'd be more familiar with than anyone else in the area. However, your uncle wants to solve this case even at the cost of his life. His only daughter, Nanako, was kidnapped by Namatame. When you consider all the facts, there's very little to support Dojima as the killer. For the sake of the suffering detective and his daughter Nanako, you must find the real suspect.
And the last one's Namatame.
Namatame. You already proved that Namatame wasn't the one behind this incident.
Was it proved?
It's no good. You don't have a clue. So now it's changed because we've picked the wrong person 3 times. So now we're officially in bad ending number 3.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like our only option is to stay patient and continue our investigation. But regardless, the fact remains that Namatame has committed his crimes, and he has already been arrested.
So, no matter what we do, the case might be over now?
Though the truth will be forever lost in darkness.
Well, for us, it's more like... it's lost in the fog.
And so, the calendar Oh, never mind. Shortly after, you found a letter that Teddy left behind.
I'm going back to my own world. It's not easy to live there now, but it's my reality. I'm really, really thankful for everything all of you did for me. Well, goodbye.
Everyone avoided talking about the case and waited for the severe winter to end. And so, time passed.
Time passed. Wee.
Oh, look,
I
the
know I
fog
did it
stopped.
last time, but wee. What?
It's no longer constant fog. Look at that.
That's interesting. It's very interesting. What? You sure?
Well, the calendar wasn't showing fog. So maybe they decided, we're going to stop making a big deal of it.
Yeah.
Spring has once again come to Inaba. We've seen this a few times.
Right. See, I'm gonna wait for the ending to play out, because this is gonna have to do another credits thing again, I know, so I'll say stuff at the credits.
Now, a follow-up report on the serial kidnapping and murder case that shook Inaba last year. Defendant Taro Namatame has confessed to committing the multiple kidnappings that previously seemed irrelevant. However, he continues to flatly deny his involvement in the first two murders. With so much unknown regarding his motives and methods, many are hoping his trial will shed some light on these mysteries. Up next is our fog forecast for today.
Fog is still covering the town, but it should soften somewhat this week with the coming of spring. Today and tomorrow we'll see fairly light amounts of fog as usual. Saturation from then on is still to be determined. If you have travel plans, please be mindful of visibility conditions.
It's almost time for your train. You ready to go? Too bad Nanako couldn't leave the hospital in time to say goodbye. A little more time and maybe she could have come outside. Feel free to come visit any time, okay? And say hi to your parents for me.
3.5 months later, she's still stuck in there.
Yeah.
There's no doubt he's the one who put Nanako through all this. But the more I interrogate him, the more I start to question myself. Did Namatame really murder 2 people?
I don't think so. Because we obviously don't think so.
Well, we'll see what comes out in our investigation. In any case, there haven't been any more bizarre incidents lately. Here's hoping Inaba goes back to its usual quiet self and stays that way. Well, we should get going. Your friends are probably waiting at the station. Come on.
Oh my god, is it going to be the same animation?
I think it is.
Sweet, we can point out the necks again.
Oh god. Also point out how they have no faces.
Right.
You really are leaving us. You know, it was overdue quick.
It's going to get boring without you around, Senpai.
You will
Especially with her.
Won't you?
But he looks fine.
Yeah.
We'll come immediately if anything happens on your end. Be sure to take good care of yourself.
Take care.
Yukiko especially.
Keep in touch, okay? I'll reserve a room for you at the Amagi Inn the next time you come.
Well, I'll see ya. You really helped us out with lots of stuff. Thanks, partner.
Very similar to the second bad ending where we didn't throw Namatame in the TV.
Yeah.
The only difference really was we made it a little bit further and Dojima expressed doubt that it was Namatame. So, thoughts at the moment?
Yeah, it throws me off, especially because it's like suddenly the line about no more bizarre incidents seems very odd. Just because it's like, at that point, that's where our killer, which I know is Adachi now, was wanting to, like, it seems to make the most sense now because it's like, okay, I have a willing scapegoat. If the things end after that, then now I don't have to do it anymore because I don't have motive. I don't have any idea on motive. I also still find it really strange because with the first one, there's the excuse of, okay, if not, we throw Namatame in, his own shadow kills him, and it's like, okay, that's not an issue anymore. But even with the second ending and this ending now, we still know stuff's going on in there. We could still try to talk to that shadow to figure stuff out. That's why it feels weird and so incomplete. That it's like, there's something that can be done about that, and it's like, something's off about that still, too. I still don't know why his shadow's still in there, because we defeated the shadow, it was him, carried him out, and suddenly that shadow's still in there. Something's really weird and off about that.
Remember, the shadows, because you see this with Kubo as well, the shadow doesn't just go away because you beat it in battle. Shadow only goes away if you accept your shadow.
That's a good point, you're right.
Because Kubo's never went away.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a fair point.
Alright, anything else you want to say at this point, or should we just forward through the credits?
I just want to milk this moment. Like, was so setting myself up to think that I was going to make a fool of myself somehow. But I followed my gut. It was something that, like, I really became more attuned to after the latest, after that one episode. I saw it and I'm like, this seems really odd. But, yeah, I think it's a special... That makes sense, too, because, like, I'm going to throw someone that's close to you if you don't stop saving, and that would be Nanako. And he knows she's special to us. Yeah. And then I did kind of meta it with the whole, why wouldn't he have a social link in the first game? Okay.
I actually don't know why he didn't have one in the first game. It's just, they decided to give him one for this one, I guess, like, to flesh him out a little bit more, I guess.
I think that definitely makes sense. I don't know. I'm not sure I would have called it if you didn't say that, honestly. I don't know if I could have.
And here I was trying to think maybe he won't think it's him because he wasn't that important in the first version.
I thought that might be, but I thought it was something that kind of stood out. Because I really tried to game it thinking that, like, oh, why would the killer be someone that we possibly never could have met if we weren't trying to do all the social links?
You're right.
Like ruling out things like Shu and Hisano and Eri and then and all the stuff from there.
Mm-hmm. Something about Adachi's social link as well is you have to reach rank 6 with him by, I don't remember the exact date, but same date in November, otherwise it will never finish. But if you get him to rank 6 by that point, then all of his future rank ups will happen on story-based events.
Whoa, okay.
And doing that is how you get some extra scenes with Adachi, such as the final bad ending we're going to be doing here after this one. You can only do if you had gotten Adachi up to rank 6 by that point.
Okay, fair enough.
By the story.
Gotcha. Okay.
The only last thing I want to mention, actually I guess I do have two things I want to mention. So, Wake Up Trail, he has been streaming this game as well, and I was on there with him as he goes through it, and he might be listening now. Adachi was his second guess.
Okay.
His first guess was Misuzu Hiragi.
The woman on the other side of the ocean.
Yes. In his defense, he forgot that she had been out of the country.
Right.
And he kind of thought, oh, you know, Namatame's wife, getting revenge. He cheated on her with this announcer, kills the announcer. There's rumors that he's trying to get cozy with Saki, kills Saki, and then it just spirals from there. So, like, yeah, I can kind of see that. But, lol.
I mean, the big thing for me that kept sticking out is that whoever the killer was, these people kept showing on the TV before Namatame did anything. So it was someone that was looking at Yukiko, at Kanji, at Rise, and so on and so forth. So is that whole thing. And then also, like I said, I really didn't want to open up the can of worms where someone does know about the TV and able to navigate it, that they could jump in the TV, come over, and pop out of another TV. I think that's too much, and I didn't want to worry about that.
Fair enough. The only other thing I have left is, really hoping you might go to spiral about, oh my god, what if they fake their death? And then you didn't. I was like, ah, man.
I
was really hoping not throw you for, because it threw way off trail off. It's like, wait, what? That was great.
Yeah, I totally get it, but the thing is that, like, it'd be crazy if they could make fake their deaths for Yamano, for Saki, or for Murooka.
Mm-hmm.
But these bodies would have been investigated by multiple people. So suddenly now that opens the door for what? Dojima being an accomplice?
Well,
Adachi being an accomplice?
Whale Trill's theory was, what if that was their shadow hanging?
Ooh. And that would make sense. The only one that would fit would be Nanako. Not Nanako. Yamano. Because for Yamano, she actually had her own room, but we never really had any sort of encountering with her shadow. We kind of heard Saki's. We heard Saki's evil voices in there, so that's why we kind of felt that she was still part of it. And then Murooka never even got into the TV world that we know of.
He didn't.
Right. Okay.
All right. We are going to go ahead... No, I don't want to say clear data. Fuck off. We're going to go ahead and get back to the point where we're choosing the killer, and this time we are going to go with Adachi. So, see you then.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're back here. Now, Curb, before we go ahead and, like, completely lock in Toru Adachi, why don't you go ahead and give me two other people so we can just see, like, what the dialogue is about them.
Oh,
saying,
really?
Like, no, it can't be them. Yeah, let's just have some fun. See what this says.
Okay, gotcha. So as long as it's the right person in one of these three guesses, it continues down the right path, is what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I really want to see Hanako's.
Okay, cool. I do too.
Hanako makes no sense to me. It's like she's like a joke character, and it's like why they dedicated her own art to and stuff. It's like why?
I don't know, but I really want to see what this is.
I want to see this too.
If you assume that she has the ability to enter the TV, well, it's not impossible that she could be the culprit.
That could apply to everyone.
Yeah. However, there's no reason to suspect her either. You should rethink this.
Well, exactly, because the thing is, it's someone that no one thought was suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
They could fit anybody with that. It's frustrating.
All right, give me one more.
For the giggles, let's do Yukiko, just for the heck of it.
Okay.
I don't know, because of all the party members, she's like the least likely I think it could have been.
But your companions didn't gain their ability to the TV until after the murder of Mayumi Yamano. Ooh. Their alibis are airtight.
Well, that's... How do you know? How do we know that?
I mean,
because we discovered it on our own. Sorry?
We know it for, like, Yosuke and Chie. But technically we don't know for the others.
Right. They found... Well, yeah, but... Yeah, that's opening the can of worms. Like, oh, that's if we trust what they say. That's why Namatame stayed uncrossed off on my list for so long.
More than that, however, they are your friends who helped you reach this far in the mystery. You see no real reason to consider them suspects. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. Let's see what happens here.
I'm ready for this.
The person who seems to be the most likely culprit is... Toru Adachi.
Dun-dun-dun.
Of course. If you look only at the circumstances, you can't completely rule out that possibility. Adachi may have been able to keep an eye on your actions. He would have been able to approach your house with ease, and he knows the area well. Thinking about it, you encountered him many times while investigating the case. You learned much about the police's movements from Adachi as well. There is no exact reason to doubt him, but something is bothering you. However, should you tell your friends about your suspicions about Adachi being the culprit? So, here is the trigger for Bad Ending 4.
What?
Also known as the Accomplice Ending.
Oh, I get it.
So
if we don't tell the... Okay, go ahead.
So Whale Trail did not get the opportunity to do this because he abandoned Adachi's social link. He only got him up to rank 2.
Okay.
So we can either tell our friends about Adachi and continue along the true path, or we can don't tell our friends and protect Adachi.
Right. Honestly, this is going to sound weird, but I was thinking, oh my god, is the correct answer the second one? I was trying to think of some way where it's like, what if it just becomes on us and we continue the social link to keep an eye on him? But
I think I know why you're thinking that, because of a certain trial in a different game where we have a similar choice.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and trigger the last bad ending, and we'll see what happens. This one, I can tell you, the final animation will be a little different.
Oh dear. Okay.
From your relationship thus far with Adachi, you don't want to think of him as the culprit. But there is more than enough possibility, and you can't say for sure that he isn't. Are you sure you don't want to tell your friends?
Protect Adachi, because we have to at this point.
Yep.
Meh.
You cannot think of anyone else but Adachi who could have been the culprit. But you don't want to hand him over as the culprit. You decide to keep it within your heart, without telling your friends.
It looks like our only option is to stay patient and continue our investigation. But regardless, the fact remains that Namatame has committed his crimes, and he has already been arrested.
So, no matter what we do, the case might be over now?
Though the truth will be forever lost in darkness.
Well, for us, it's more
lost,
like...
Lost in Darkness. Is this Kingdom Hearts now?
Oh boy!
Oh, darkness, darkness, darkness.
It's lost in the fog.
Still feels really weird.
Shortly after, you found a letter that Teddy left behind.
I'm going back to my own world.
Yes, Kay, all your food.
It's not easy to live there now, but it's my reality. I'm really, really thankful for everything all of you did for me. Well, goodbye.
Everyone avoided talking about the case and waited for the severe winter to end.
Oh, man.
And so, time passed.
Seasons change, time passes by. That song's a silly, stupid one because
That's
it's
weird.
like, oh,
It's
this is
March
very
20th.
different.
Oh, how curious.
I'm worried about this.
Tomorrow is the day you go home. Was it really the right thing to not tell your friends about Adachi?
No.
This is probably the last day you can see Adachi.
Whoa.
Let's go see Adachi.
Because go home without seeing him would do the other ending, wouldn't it?
No, go home without seeing him would just be like, oh, by ending you mean bad ending 3. Yeah, it'll just like, it'll skip the difference here, so we're gonna go see.
Okay.
You decide to see Adachi.
Oh, this is weird. I don't like this. Oh! Yeah, be in a room with him with one door.
And a TV.
Sorry, were you waiting long?
Why'd you say that?
Man, things have been so busy. I've been putting in a crazy amount of overtime. Well, anyway, what's with the sudden visit? Can I help you with something?
Oh no! Oh no!
What do you want to do?
Did you do it?
Do what? Me? Kill Mayumi Yamano and Saki Konishi? What's this about? Are you serious? Oh, come on. Even if you're kidding, this is a pretty bad joke. Did you forget? You're the ones who brought Namatame in. Oh, I get it. You're still playing detective. Okay. Say I am the culprit.
Ooh, you notice his voice change a little there?
A little, yeah.
What did you come here to do? Convince me to turn myself in?
Oh my god. Honestly, no. We've been protecting him this whole time, so...
No.
So, what? Are you trying to blackmail me?
No.
What happens if you pick the other options?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never seen this, so...
Oh, true, okay.
Well, listen up. Unlike you, we police aren't made of time. We still haven't even cleaned up Namatame's mess. Besides, you don't have any proof that I did it. Well, are you gonna keep playing detective?
I'm on your side.
You're on my side? Are you trying to be the hero or something? No, wait. You're saying you're on the killer's side. In front of a police officer. Do you understand what that means?
Yes.
I see. Wait here a sec.
That's not gonna work. Are we about to get arrested or something?
Do you remember this? It's the threatening letter that got sent to your house. I accidentally forgot to forward it over to forensics. I'm sure it was just a prank, but maybe it was connected to the murders. Who knows? This might be the piece of evidence that could turn this whole case upside down. The real killer wouldn't want the police to have this. But you're with me, right? So if I'm the real killer, and you're with me, then that makes you my partner in crime. Isn't that right?
It's a lighter.
Oh boy.
If I send this to forensics, they might pull some evidence off it. Maybe a clue to capturing the real killer. You, your friends, and Dojima-san have all been busting your asses for a whole year to solve this case. It's a damn shame that no one's caught the real killer yet.
It's weird that he's gloating.
Adachi is staring at you. I mean, at this point, he's won. Either we get rid of the evidence for him, or he pushes us on the TV.
True.
Adachi is staring at you. If you burn the letter, you destroy the one piece of proof that exists. It will be a betrayal of everything that happened over the last year. Will you burn the letter?
Since the ending is called the accomplice letter, I have a feeling we're about to set fire to it.
Set fire to the letter. A burning smell permeates the room.
You actually did it! Do you understand what you just did?
Oh, that face!
Yep.
Ew.
You destroyed evidence. That's a crime, you know?
Oh, that face. So now we're gonna get arrested for that.
Now, this little incident is covered up forever. All because of you. And it's the police's duty to keep tabs on those who've committed crimes.
You can hear his happy voice from your cell phone.
If you get calls from this number, you better pick up. There's no use changing your number. Don't underestimate the Japanese police. It's easy to track you down.
Ah.
You obtained Adachi's number.
Wow.
Adachi is laughing. Your decision was monstrous, but there can be no turning back now. You feel a strong bond between you and Adachi.
It just maxes him completely. Wow.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. It feels really weird getting this scene right now.
Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a genuine bond. These genuine bonds shall be your eyes to see the truth. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Magatsu Izanagi, the ultimate form of the Jester
Another
Arcana.
Izanagi. Interesting.
You want to find the truth without being swayed by the voices of society. But the truth is a sinister thing. It seems like something absolute, yet it exists in everyone's hearts. For you, this was the truth. Well, I'm going back, so be careful on your way home. The fog is getting thicker and thicker after all. Goodbye, partner.
Wow.
There's no turning back now. The fog outside is thick. You have to go home early. Whoo boy, right?
Now, a
Very
follow-up
much.
report on the serial kidnapping and murder case that shook Inaba last year. Defendant Taro Namatame has confessed to committing the multiple kidnappings that previously seemed irrelevant. However, he continues to flatly deny his involvement in the first two murders. With so much unknown regarding his motives and methods, many are hoping his trial will shed some light on these mysteries. Up next is our fog forecast for today.
Fog is still covering the town, but it should soften somewhat this week with the coming of spring. Today and tomorrow we'll see fairly light amounts of fog as usual. Saturation from then on is still to be determined. If you have travel plans, please be mindful of visibility conditions.
It's almost time for your train. You ready to go? Too bad Nanako couldn't leave the hospital in time to say goodbye. A little more time and maybe she could have come outside. Feel free to come visit any time, okay? And say hi to your parents for me.
Oh, this is gonna be a weird one with him.
There's no doubt he's the one who put Nanako through all this. But the more I interrogate him, the more I start to question myself. Did Namatame really murder two people?
What happens if we say I think so this time?
Let's do it.
We're still covering for him. That'd be interesting. Just for the responses.
See. Well, here's hoping it all comes out in our investigation. In any case, there haven't been any more bizarre incidents lately. Here's hoping Inaba goes back to its usual quiet self and stays that way. Well, we should get going. Your friends are probably waiting at the station. Come on.
You really are leaving us. You know, it was overdue quick.
It's going to get boring without you around, Senpai.
You will visit, won't you?
We'll come immediately if anything happens on your end. Be sure to take good care of yourself.
Take care. Keep in touch, okay? I'll reserve a room for you at the Amagi Inn the next time you come.
Well, I'll see ya. You really helped us out with lots of stuff. Thanks, partner.
God, it feels so eerie now with a different context.
I know, right?
Ah.
But wait, something's gonna be slightly different.
I don't like that.
Keep watching. Or not. That's odd. I thought it was supposed to be. I thought there was supposed to be something out of there. Okay, never mind.
Weird.
So, thoughts on the accomplice ending?
It feels weird. I'm so curious about what the other things would be like. Would it be like, I'm gonna turn you in or whatever? What happens if we don't burn it? I'm so curious.
I'm guessing if we do any of that, it just ends, or maybe it just continues anyways, and he like forces it or something, or either that or just turns into Abandoning 3. I don't really know.
That'd be interesting. I kept thinking it was gonna be something like, I thought when it was like, you understand you burned evidence, he'd be all like, hey, he did this, lock him up or something, and that'd be the ending.
I think doing that, like thinking as Adachi here, and I'm like, wait, why are we adding more complications to this case when I can let Namatame take the fall, and now I have this guy under my thumb forever?
Good point.
Because he said, I have your number. If I
Don't
call,
bother changing it. Yeah.
pick up. If you try changing, I'll find it anyways. Don't fuck with me.
Oh boy.
The only other thing in particular I had to talk about here is, I mean, I guess one, God, he's fucking eerie once he has his turn, isn't he?
So much. God.
They do such a good job with that. And additionally to that, Adachi's voice actor is the same voice actor as Ryoga.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How weird. We don't even really have a voice, though.
I mean, he says persona and, like, the abilities or, like, who the persona is sometimes. So he does still have a voice actor, just not used a whole lot.
Interesting. Okay.
That's what, like, in the beginning of the games, we were just like, oh, hey, here's a character, let's voice him. If you had started on Adachi, I would have been like, I would have stopped, like, nah, I'm voicing him. I would not have allowed you to voice Adachi, because I knew all of this was going to happen.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Alright, unless you have anything more, I'm just going to go ahead and skip forward to where we have that decision once again. So we can go back down the true path.
Let's get to the part where our friends protect us. Interesting. Whoa!
Here's that extra bit.
What the? Ooh. God, how creepy.
Adachi.
Gosh.
I knew there was that scene, but apparently it was after the credits. Alright, so, now we get to see that a little bit. Let's get right back to that decision. Alright, here we are, again. So, Curb, since we have the opportunity here, why don't you go ahead and give me 2 more people that we know are the fake answer, just to see what our characters think about them being the culprit.
Sure. I want to do Kashiwagi as one of them.
Okay.
And there's something confusing about the note from that accomplice ending that I thought was really strange. But we can go over that.
If you assume that she has the ability to enter the TV, it's not impossible that she could be the culprit. However, there's no reason to suspect her either. So it's the same as Hanako. I'm guessing
same thing as before.
A lot of the minor ones probably had that same thing. You know who I'm really curious about, though?
Who?
One of the dead people.
True. I kind of want to do Yamano.
Alright. But this was one of the murder victims in the case. A threatening letter that may have been sent by the killer came after their death. It's impossible for this person to have been the perpetrator.
Unless they faked their death, apparently. Whee!
Yeah, apparently we don't ever consider that, though. Alright, let's go ahead and do it. Adachi, one more time. Of course. I would just skip past this.
Right.
We don't need to read all that again. Should you tell your friends about your suspicions about Adachi being the culprit?
Absolutely.
Let's tell our friends. You spoke Adachi's name.
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach. It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is. And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
Which we know he was from the accomplice thing.
Right. Well, here's the thing, and I'm going to voice this now. How did he get that note? Because we had the notes talking about stuff, because we brought them out during it. So, at some point, Adachi got his hands on the notes. We had
the first note. We did not have the second one, because the second one, Dojima took with him to the police station when he took us there.
For some reason, I thought we had both of them when we were talking post Nanako, so that's why I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Okay.
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible. But we're talking about Adachi here, right?
Yeah, he's a goofy fuck-up.
I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective. Are we really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
So Naoto has more.
Adachi-san? That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Miss Yamano and...
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
When Miss Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it. That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
I wonder if he knew Ms. Yamano.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class. I found out this afternoon. But I thought, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions. I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places. And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up. Was that all to throw us off the trail?
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
Various peculiarities have begun to cast a suspicious shadow on Adachi.
Then, is it really Adachi-san?
We need to confirm this.
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible. This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now? Right, I see. Thank you.
What was that about a transport?
Namatame!
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation. We must head there at once.
Things are moving quickly now. You feel that you are getting closer to the truth.
Da-da-da-da. Dang. It's super cool that this one is the judgment one. Don't confront him, anybody.
It's fine. We got numbers.
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering. You seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
Those first 2 murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid. We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
Somebody's gotten serious all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
Come on! I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job.
Oh boy.
You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment, get better as soon as possible.
What
I
are
think
you all doing
Dojima's getting nervous too.
Oh yeah.
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
You should question Adachi.
Ooh. About when Yamano vanished? I'm surprised
The
it's
time
gonna
the
happen.
announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything. That was months and months ago too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back.
About Saki's interrogations. It's interesting we can ask the same thing. Is it a case where, like, we get different answers if we kept asking the same question or something?
No.
Dang it. Okay.
Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice.
Now we know
that
that's
all
not the
you wanted
case.
to ask? Well, I hope it helped.
We know both of them were lies.
Yeah.
There's still something you need to question Adachi about.
Really?
The warning letter.
Interesting.
Warning letter?
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind.
That's actually really fair.
Besides, that thing was just a prank, wasn't it? Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing. And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is?
So defensive.
I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing, please. We know for certain now that the first 2 murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
Whoa!
What? That's ridiculous!
Why are we
We
bringing
already
this up
know
right now?
Namatame's the one who put them all in!
What did you just say?
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Put them all in. What's this putting them in business? Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I see. Now I finally understand. To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident. At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow. Then that settles it. How, I wonder, would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to say such a thing.
There was a big hint.
Ooh.
After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days. Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd that. What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I don't know. I said I'm busy.
He's running.
Wait, you son of a bitch!
Bye, Dojima.
Adachi! Ah, damn it! Adachi!
Whoopsie.
He went into the TV.
Namatame's hospital room. Adachi isn't here either.
What the? I swear he ran this way.
Damn it! Where the hell'd he go?
Did you find him? I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi, and there's no record of anyone leaving this area. So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
The TV.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere!
That bastard.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Have you tried tying him to the bed?
Probably.
Sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages. Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry. You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would. But could he have...
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
You mean he went in through here?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
Let's go in.
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here. We're not 100% positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead. Let's go in from Jeunesse like always. It'll be fine. So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
The extremely suspicious detective, Adachi. You've taken another step closer to the truth.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You split up for today, and you all went back home. All right, well.
Holy crap.
Now we know who did it.
Mm-hmm.
While Namatame did push in a few people, it was Adachi that actually killed Mayumi Yamano and Saki Kunishi.
And it's, from what it sounds like, it's possible he was thinking of targeting the others so they would show up on the channel, and then that's what sparks more of Namatame's actions for throwing them in. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I'm sure we'll learn more about all of that in the next episode.
Oh my gosh.
See you all then, everyone. Bye.
Bye.